Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. Let's just go right ahead and jump into some Crown Tier 4. Okay, so first up is boating and entering, where you're gonna go into Ashika Island, and then you're gonna go actually into the waterways. Now, first things first, you're gonna need to clear out the waterways, right? That's including the jugs, all the bots that are in there. It's just gonna make this mission so much easier so that you can just run through and do what you need to do as fast as you can. Okay, another little tip that I would recommend as well is just going ahead and go in the kind of underground tunnel and, loot that room. Go ahead and get that door unlocked as well, because that's just going to make the very last part of the mission, just easier. It's not like you're not timed on the last one. But, just in case that if you go ahead and get everything knocked out, super early and that door's not open yet, you want to just go ahead and have that door open. So if you're trying to extract a little bit faster or, whatever you want to try to get a couple missions done, I would recommend going ahead and doing that door. If not, just wait for the door to open up and then you can still do the mission even if it's open or not. At least you can do the second half of the mission. The third half of the mission, the door has to be open in order for you to get it, or you're gonna have to go underneath the tunnel, which then again, you might as well just go ahead and get that part knocked out, right? Okay, so after that, we're just gonna go ahead and reroute the 9 electrical breakers. Man, those are marked by these little gray boxes, and once you get close to them, you'll see a switch. All you have to do is hit the button and it turns the switch on, and it also starts the timer. So you have to do that within 180 seconds. So as soon as you get through doing all of that. Also, basically, if you really just kind of want to know just like a really easy way to look at this, there are 3 entrances into the waterways, right? You have by residential, by the port, and kind of one near the town center. So you're gonna have 2 boxes at each entrance. So that's 6. And then you're gonna have 3 more where the submarine and kind of boat is in the middle of the waterways. So if you just kind of want to think about it in that, in that regard, then I feel like that's going to be, a little bit easier. Also, it will definitely help if you have another person that is looking for the same boxes. Obviously, I'm going to show you where they are in this video. Okay, so after that you have rerouted the electrical breakers, then there should be a marked cache that's going to pop up on your screen, on your map. If you've already opened the door, just go right through there and it will take you straight to it. Open it up, grab the experimental hard drive, and then exfil. And mission complete. Okay, next up is Deadliest Sin, where you have to sell 20 unique items. Guys, honestly, I was just selling anything and everything from batteries, light bulbs, attack photos, nuclear cells, gold bars, anything that I could find that seemed unique to me. I don't know if there's a very specific, there was obviously some items that they would not sell, but you can see here, thumb drives are working, liquor was working. There's a lot of items, man, that honestly worked. So I would just pick an area, loot it. There's some wine. I just picked an area, looted that, and got those 20 in no time. So this mission really wasn't too bad. All those items that I just named will work. I'm sure there's a lot of other items as well. So there you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and head over to Building 21 for Decryption. Man, this is another one you just have to have 10 hard drives. Building 21 can be difficult. It most definitely can be difficult, so you kind of have to take your time sometimes, especially if you want to extract. This took me at least 2 or 3 times to do this. However, it's not crazy, man, because there are so many encrypted hard drives in Building 21. Anywhere from on the first floor all the way to the top floor, you can find a whole bunch of encrypted hard drives, man. You find those little computer office areas, and man, where there's just a computer at every single desk, you're guaranteed to find at least 1, 2. Man, there's one time that I found literally almost every single computer in that little office area was filled up. So that was like already half the mission at least. And now with just one little room. Up on the 3rd floor, there's a lab area that's got a computer desk. You'll definitely find some there as well. So man, hey, as soon as you get 10 of those, then just book it for the exfil and get out. as fast as you can. Thankfully, this was not in the same deployment, so you can do it in really as many deployments as you possibly can. And also, if you're going with other people, if they have those hard drives, those will count for you as well. Okay, so staying with building 21, let's go to Termination, where you have to beat the Wilson, which is on the very top floor, in 45 seconds. So, man, basically a really good way to do this is, man, we just literally waited at the door until all the doors were unlocked. We brought in some Simtex and some thermites, and man, as soon as we saw that Wilson, we just started throwing everything we could at it. Got a couple of shots on it as well, and man, it blew it up almost instantly. You see here on the timer that we have, a good amount of time left. So thankfully, man, we just kind of came in prepared, and if you get him at the right time, I promise you will get this mission knocked out pretty quickly. Okay, so back to Al-Mazrah, and we're gonna do the mission Flyboy. First things first, you gotta get a chopper. A chopper is super important to this mission because that's pretty much what you have to do everything with this mission. So get a chopper as soon as you spawn in, book to it if you can, and then kill 14 bots while you're in the chopper. So be sure and grab a gas can. That will help if you just want to continue to fly around. You can find them anywhere. Okay, so after you kill the 14 bot enemies, you need to kill 3 riot shield enemies. Now that, man, you're gonna have to have a stronghold keycard. We found it, super easy. And then you actually go into a stronghold, and if you shoot a couple of the non-riot shield guys and then get their attention, they will follow you outside. Or it's either that or you could just kind of lay some sort of like Scooby snacks for them, either way. Basically, we just stayed in the chopper. I had one person find the chopper. I went in and got them, brought them out, and then we killed them while we were in the chopper. So it wasn't too bad. One thing that we tried that didn't work was actually having the chopper on the ground, and then we were standing on the side of the chopper and then try to kill them. That did not work. So at least with the riot shield guys, I was actually in the air whenever I did it. Now with operators, that was a different story because we were kind of just, messing around a little bit, and we got a team to end up to join us. So we were not in the air at all. We literally landed the chopper, got on the side of the chopper, and down the guys that we convinced to be our friends, right? So everything kind of, worked out with that in that regard. So that was kind of cool, man. Hey, you know what? That's why it pays to be nice in DMZ. Not everyone has to be a punk. Sometimes it helps you get missions done. So it works out. Or, again, you could just go and have some fun, man. We totally shot at, some players from like a rocket launcher from the chopper. So that was fun to do as well. So whatever strategy that you want to take and want to approach, that is totally up to you. But just remember, there's multiple strategies in DMZ that can help get a lot of missions done. Okay, so speaking of different strategies, next up is the pound. There's gonna be a whole bunch of different strategies to take out operators and to get their dog tags on this one. We're definitely not gonna go over those, but one little tip that does work is, man, we just used a small backpack and that worked perfectly fine. That's really only 5 dog tags and you can get that knocked out. I've even heard the medium is glitched. We kind of tried it, one of the very first times. On the medium, it didn't work. The small worked perfectly fine. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You literally just go and kill operators, and it doesn't have to be, on a certain map, anything like that. Ashika, Al-Mazrah, anything. Take their dog tags and be sure and extract with that, but your backpack has to be full. Okay, so that's gonna wrap it up, man. As always, be sure and comment below if you have any other strategies that you've used for any of these missions or anything like that, or maybe you're struggling with one. Be sure, man, drop a comment, all that jazz and roni. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.